Okay, welcome to another Liquid Bullet Productions. Joining me today is multiple world record holder, Mr. John Stephenson. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all good, Lee. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, John. So we've got quite a lot to go over with you, John. Multiple record holder. Can I just get you to list a few of the records you hold before we start?
Oh, God, you've got me on the hop now. I got one for lifting a mini.
Yep.
Got one for pulling the world record breaker's car.
Yep.
Oh, God, I got one for the fastest bare knuckle knockout in the hay bales. I've got... Oh, God, Lee, I'd have to have a look now.
Got one for books, haven't you? One for done on
Yeah,
books.
I've got one for books. 30 books. Well, actually, it wasn't. It was 24 books in 23 weeks. Wow. Covering celebrities as well.
Yeah. All right, John, if we can just roll back to the beginning, a little bit of where you was brought up and sort of your upbringing, and then we sort of roll it all into one, if that's all right.
Yeah, I was born in a little mining town in the northeast called Easington. Easington Village. I'm that old now, Lee. They've even knocked the hospital down that I was born in.
Blimey, changes, doesn't it? That's a sign of getting old, mate.
Yeah.
So what was your upbringing like and your schooling and stuff?
Was never a great lover of school, if I'm honest.
No, same here, mate.
Yeah, I found that even at an early age, Lee, I found it a bit regimental.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's like they program you into one way of thinking, and that's bring the government revenue.
Yeah.
So my mindset was always wandering, quite creative.
So, and what sort of interested you into sort of martial arts and stuff like that?
Martial arts, boxing, love drawing, cooking. I love cooking.
What sort of age did your sort of martial arts interest start?
Probably around 13 years old.
Yeah. Anything inspired that? What inspired that?
Probably like the rest of you guys, it was Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee, yeah. Watching the old movies.
Yeah, he had something about him, didn't he, on set?
Yeah, it was something new, wasn't it, at the time?
Yeah.
So what sort of age did you actually start to train, or what did you first start to train in?
Started training in freestyle.
Yeah.
Got my first black belt at 19.
Yeah.
Well, I've only got one black belt, but yeah, I got my black belt at 19 years old. So I fancied trying grappling. So I went to a place and started doing a bit of that, bit of groundwork stuff. Then I did some boxing because I wanted to know the fundamentals of like boxing. So I'm one of them, maybe. I like to try all new things and pick out what works best.
Yeah, same here, mate. That's what I like to do. Yeah. How did you find your training? Did it ever help you in the sort of real life situations in your sort of early?
Oh yeah, it's helped me. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Especially them spinning back fists, mate.
You like them ones, yeah? So, John, tell us a little bit of sort of how your life sort of planned out with sort of going through your years.
Charity work. I like to do charity work. Had my kids.
So, John, can I ask you what or how did you get involved in breaking world records? How did that come about?
Right, it come about basically for me kids, Lee. I want to leave some sort of some sort of legacy for my children, because today's world's pretty crap, innit?
So what gave you that first incentive to think, oh no, I'll break a world record? Or what did
It
you
was
sort of...
a challenge to myself, Lee. It was just like, can I actually do these things? Can I actually do these things?
Yeah.
So I've always found in life, Lee, the best way to find if you can do something is try. And if you fail and you really want to do it, just keep going back and back and back until you get the result.
What was the first record you broke?
My first record was for the Bucks, Lee. And that was put to me. That was put to me by my friend Mark Valiant. He said, Joe, why don't you submit? He said, because all the books you've done is amazing. And the time that you've done them, because I was like knocking a book out like one every week, Lee. I proper got focused into it, and I killed it. I'm one of, like I said, Lee, I've got one of them addictive personalities. You know, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. If it's negative, it can be really bad for me. If it's positive, it can be really good.
Yeah.
So I submitted it to Republican. No, it wasn't actually. It was Record Breakers. I sent that off to, and he gave me a national for it. Then I got my second national for hand speed. So I got 2 nationals, and then I thought to myself, this is great, but now I want world. So I started coming up with ideas and looking through the site to see who done what, and just went from there, basically. I mean, I never thought I'd be able to lift a car, Lee, but I thought, do you know what? I'll try. I'm only 13.5 stone. And I just went over and just focused, boom, ripped it straight up, mate.
Did you done it without training, or did you have to train?
No training, Lee, just straight in, boom.
Wow. Blimey.
I thought, I'll give it a try, If I can't do it, I won't pursue it.
Yeah. Got
it straight up, Lee, videoed it, and then a 3.5 ton truck I pulled.
Yeah.
So I submitted that, got a record for that. I got a record for fast kicks. I got a record for, I've got loads. Then I got passed over to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Records Hall of Fame. I did 32. Doesn't seem a lot, but I did 32 wrist press ups with my son on my back.
Blimey. That's a lot of pressure, just on this bit, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I've got some beakers, 3 drinking beakers, and I balanced them vertically and started doing push-ups. I thought I'd try that, see how that worked out for me.
Yeah.
Blasted them out, got a record for that.
Blimey.
So I come up with ideas, Lee, and I'll just give it a go. And if it works out, it's all good. If it doesn't, then I'll just move on. Yeah,
that's a good achievement, though, isn't it? It's something good to have to your name. If you sort of hold a few titles and records.
Well, yeah, because it'll be nice, Lee. It'll be nice for me kids. Then I got a Hall of Fame off Grandmaster Gary Wininski. He gave me a Hall of Fame for publishing.
So, John, there, can I just go back to your record of the record of the most books you've written? Can you tell us a little bit about the books and sort of go into detail about them and where people?
Yeah, of course, mate. Right, what it was, Lee. I've done a bit of bare knuckle boxing. I had a go at it. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I had a go. And all I ever saw online was bare knuckle boxing, which is great. But then I thought, wouldn't it be nice if somebody come along and just picked out random people with schools and start putting them in books, martial arts books, and try and bring the martial arts genre to the light?
Yeah.
And that's what I did, Lee. And I started knocking books out like that. And the further I went on, I started getting friend requests off like high-profile people. And it kind of went from there, Lee. So I ended up doing some quite famous faces.
Yeah. Yeah. So where can people find your books and what are they called, John?
They're on Amazon. So I've
All
got
on Amazon, yeah.
I've got a complete legend series, which is 6 books in that little series.
Yeah.
Then I've covered like people singly. What else have I done? So yeah, it really took off, Lee. So I ended up talking to Steven Seagal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Blimey. Wow.
So I put him in my book. I've spoke to quite a few high profile people.
Wow. So you actually spoke to him on the phone or emails?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, on the phone, yeah.
Wow. And he just gave you permission.
And I've made good friends with Jeff Langton, that was in AWOL.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I have to have a look at them. What books are they in, mate? The first.
If you get the book called Legends Legacies,
Yep.
that's got like Ron Van Cleef, is it Ron Hall? Stephen Lambert, rest his soul. I spoke to Stephen a few months ago. There's loads, Lee. There's loads in that book. In this new book, what I've just released, there's a few faces in there that'll you'll be happy to see, probably.
So, John, can you tell us a little bit of who's in the books in a new up and coming one?
Yeah, the new up and coming book. I'm not going to name some of the celebrities in it, Lee, because I don't want to spoil it. But I've got like a few people that you might know. I've got Darren Stewart, Don, a guy called Don. He breaks bends metal with his bare hands. He's a world record holder as well.
Yeah.
He got the record, Lee, for bending the most horseshoes.
Blimey.
With his hands in it. There's a picture in the book, in the stacked up, man. It's insane. Incredible strength.
There's some interesting people in there. And did you say that I heard a little rumour, John, is there celebrities in there as well? Big name celebrities? Or?
Yeah. He is, yeah.
But definitely one to check out, everyone. I'll post the book up. Get it on Amazon. Don't miss out. So what's on the agenda next, John, for your sort of goals or future ahead of you?
Oh, you've got me there, Lee. Do you know what, mate? I think for me, one day just rolls into another. I don't really have a set plan. I just, I'll come up with something and I'll roll with it. But my next plan, what I have got, is I really want to pull a plane.
Wow. How do you practice for that, or do you?
I'm not going to practice for it, Lee. I believe I can just go and do it, because everything else I've done, I've just gone and done it.
Yeah. What sort of weights are you looking at to pull a plane? How sort of heavy are they?
I'll train every day. I'll lift a few weights. But other than that, Lee, I'll just turn up and give it a go. I mean, what's the worst can happen?
Big challenge.
It is, mate.
Yeah.
It's like the other day, I went out in the garden the other day and I got a concrete slab, 3-inch concrete slab. And I thought, I wonder if I can break this. So I didn't look at the slab, Lee. I looked beneath it.
Yeah.
So when I fired down, I was aiming for the path and it just fell apart. And I was like, wow. But how do we know we can't do these things, Lee, unless we try?
No, mate, you're right, mate. True. So what else have you been doing in your life, John? What else can you sort of intrigue us with? Quite an interesting man, all these different records you hold.
Yeah. Charity work, Lee, done lots of charity work. I did an autistic book.
Yeah.
I did a book on autism. It kind of upset me, really, that book, though, because nobody really wanted to buy it. Nobody really supported it. So I went and bought 50, and we donated 50 to the local school.
Oh, cool. Amazing. Nice.
Yeah. And we've charity work, done loads of charity work, Lee. Slept rough. raised money for the, what was it we got? DVD players for the local hospital for the kids ward.
Nice.
Cancer's a big one. I've done animal charities as well.
Yeah.
During COVID.
What do you do? Like fundraising sort of events or?
Yeah.
What type of events do you do to raise the money for the
just
charity?
like 8-mile jogs and things like that, or sleeping rough.
Yeah.
That sort of thing, right?
So still, even though you don't think that's much, it's still some people wouldn't even be able to do that in their life, would they? Some people wouldn't even be able to do the sort of 8-mile jog, or wouldn't put themselves in a position to sleep rough. So yeah, it's good, mate. Well done.
So I was like giving back, Lee. It's nice to give. Mate. Especially in today's age, mate, because not many people are willing to sacrifice themselves for anything. It would be nice, Lee, to get a documentary sorted out with you at some point. Probably next year. Way. Oh, and I've just got a Guinness World Records as well, Lee.
How could you forget that one? That's a big one. Right, come on, John. Tell us about the Guinness World Records.
Well, I did 2 takes, Lee. I got a world record for, I think it was 6 kicks in 5.2 seconds or something crazy like that. But then I also did it again. I did it again a couple of weeks after, but I didn't submit it to like beat my current record, and that come in at 3.2 seconds.
Blimey. And
I'm like, I'm knocking on 50, Lee. Yeah. So I submitted it to Guinness, and they loved it.
So, John, can you just give us a list, please, of all your books you've written today?
Legends, Legacies. Oh, God, do you know what? They're all over the place here. Hold on. I was putting 2 books. No, actually 3 books. Grandmaster Ted Gambardella did a book for me last year. And then this year he put me in volume 57 of his book. So we had Legends, Lee. This is what started the Legends series off. So we had Legends 1. That was kind of all martial artists as individuals. So that was bringing them into the limelight.
Yeah.
Then we moved on to Legends 2. That's when we started getting stars with Legends 2.
Yeah.
So we got the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, cool.
We got him, and then we got Alex from Blue Bloods in that book.
Yeah.
Mark Strange. We got. Oh, Cynthia Rothrock.
Yep. Big name.
Bill Wallace.
Yeah, another big name.
Yeah. Well, I put some. They're in this new book as well. Some of these, Lee. Samuel Kwok.
Yep.
Well, Samuel came for Legends Resurrection. That book. So Samuel will come to that book. So I put him front cover of that book, Lee.
Yeah.
Then there was Legends 3. That was dedicated to Grandmaster Gary Wininski.
Yeah.
What else? Then we've got Legends Reloaded, which is kind of dedicated to you for your achievements. Then I did mark 2 standalone books called The Man, the Myth, the Legend.
Yeah.
But there was more of just pictures. There was no real dialogue in that book. Then I did. Oh, do you know what? There's that many to list, if I'm honest. I've gone through them and finding them all. They're all on Amazon. Yeah. So they're all on Amazon, Lee.
John, what words of advice could you give any youngsters watching that sort of would like to sort of, maybe they're doing wrong or they want to change their life around and find a challenge to suit them? What sort of advice could you give to these sort of young people up and coming?
Don't listen to people. Don't listen to naysayers. Believe in yourself. Anything's possible. The body can do anything the mind tells it if you convince the mind. But basically, just, you know, find something in life. Do sports, do martial arts, boxing, anything like that. That'll give you a bit of discipline.
Yeah.
And just go and achieve your dreams. Anything's possible. If you fail, just get back up and, you know, do it again till you get it right. Yeah.
So, John, is there anywhere on sort of line that people could watch your videos of your world records? Is there anywhere if people are interested they can find them or watch your stuff?
Just Facebook, really. I'm not a massive social media fan, Lee, if I'm honest. There's a lot of trolling goes on. I've seen a lot of people get trolled on them things. And it's not really me.
If it's all right with you, John, can I add a bit of your footage onto this interview?
Oh, of course you can, Lee. Yeah, if you do the van pull, the brake,
we've had it up for the viewers so they can see you in action, yeah?
But any advice to young people, really, Lee, for me, would be to just, you know, don't get mixed up in alcohol. Don't get mixed up with drugs and things like that. And just get a purpose, get a goal, and try and achieve it.
Yeah.
And the world is full of people, Lee, that'll tell you that you can't do these things. But they only measure you on, you know, on what they can do. The one thing for me is, like, people will get like a little bit jealous over that.
Yeah.
But there's no need, really, because these people have got the same opportunity to do the same thing.
That's right.
It's just getting up. It's just getting up and having a go, isn't it?
It's good. I like to see people achieve, personally.
Yeah, I do, Lee, because it inspires me to watch somebody else do something. And then that gives me some inspiration, Lee, to think, do you know what? I never copy anybody else, Lee, because that's not me. But I would kind of look at it and think, oh, well, what could I do?
Yeah.
And that's how my mind works. But I'm always happy to help people along the way as well.
Yeah.
You know, John, because there's room for everybody to prosper, Lee.
Yeah. Well, is there anywhere people can find you if they do want to sort of contact you or speak to you or get some help from you?
Facebook. I'll just do Facebook, Lee, really.
Yeah. Just John Stephenson on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how to work all this Instagram and that, Lee. It's all a bit. I'm behind the times, mate.
All right, pal. Anything else you want to go over, John, before we wind up?
Yeah, just like to say, Lee, it was a pleasure having you on for this book, and you've done some amazing things yourself. Yeah. That's one thing nobody can stop, Lee. Aging.
No, correct, mate. All right, John, thank you ever so much for coming on. We're starting to wind it up there, but it's been appreciated, mate, hearing your stuff, and I'm going to add all the videos up so everyone can watch you in action.
All right, Lee, thank you, buddy.